Ooh-wee. Okay, welcome to a new episode of Nate's MMA Corner. If you watch my show, you're in my corner. Today's episode is a post-fight show for UFC Fight Night, Ben Henderson versus Rafael dos Anjos. Lightweight main event, 5-rounder, two top 10 lightweights in the UFC going at it. Actually both ranked in the top 5. Yeah, so let's get started. Let's start off with the first fight on the main card, which was Chaz Skelly versus Tom Niinimäki. Submission rear naked choke, 2 minutes 35 seconds in round 1. And Tom at first looked like he was defending the submissions okay, but then he got caught early on, and Chaz Skelly, who trains with Johnny Hendricks, got the submission rear naked choke. It was a good win for Chaz Skelly to really get him up there in the UFC. And I think Chaz Skelly has a good wrestling base. And yeah, this was in the featherweight division. And I think Chaz Skelly, if he works on his boxing, which I'm sure he has, he'll be that much better. But his boxing's already good. It's just a matter of it getting better. I mean, for that featherweight division, there's a lot of guys with good handwork. So, yeah, I think Chaz Skelly, his big thing is his wrestling and his ground game. But, yeah, he can stand and bang, too. Yeah, so it was a good start, because I like both these guys, Chaz Skelly and Tom Niinimäki. So it was a good start for the main card of this. Then, the second fight on the main card, we had James Vick versus Valmir Lazaro. Yeah, I said that right. Yeah, this was a lightweight bout, and man, was this a barn burner. Yeah, James Vick, he won by unanimous decision, and it was just, they were swinging for the fences, they were going at it. I think that this could have got fight of the night easily. It was action-packed, and I was on the edge of my seat for this fight, and I was worried out of my mind if James Vick was going to get the win or not, because it was pretty darn close. Yeah, 2 of the judges had it 29-28, and 1 had it 30-27. So it was a tough fight for James Vick. It wasn't an easy win. It wasn't like the Ramsey Nijem fight where he just got a first round, barely a minute into the fight, submission choke, and won the fight. This was, 3 5-minute rounds. And yeah, James Vick's coming off a long layoff since his last fight, which was UFC on Fox Sports 1, the very first one. He was on the prelims. And yeah, big fan of James Vick. We're both proud Texans. Met the guy, he's a great guy. Happy for him. I hope there's bigger and better things for him coming up in the UFC. Good job, James Vick. Then the next fight on the main card, we had a catchweight bout with Max Holloway versus Clay Collard. And yeah, Max Holloway won by TKO punches. It was TKO punches round 3. But Clay Collard, he hung in there. He was really staying alive, and he was on the offense too, and he kept going for it as well. And yeah, it was just, but Max Holloway wore him out in those first couple of rounds and was able to finish him off in the third and final round by, TKO punches. Yeah, this was a catchweight, and usually Max Holloway fights at featherweight. So, yeah, it was a good fight. Can't complain. And yeah, I always like it when guys in the lighter weight class get finishes. That way there's no ifs, ands, or buts to the judges. The judges are left out. We know who won, and that's that. And I'm glad someone finished someone in that third and final round. Max Holloway did a good job, and now he wants apparently a rematch with Conor McGregor. I think it might be too much too soon, but I would say Max gets another win or two, and if the fight's around that time makes sense and maybe go for it. Then also on the main card we had a middleweight bout with Tally's Ladies and Francis Carmont. Man, wow. Tally's Ladies, he's known as a jiu-jitsu guy. He's known for getting those submission victories like crazy in his pro MMA career. And he fought Anderson Silva way back when. Yeah, Tally's Ladies, he won by KO punches. That was, round 2. And man, it was an explosive, exciting fight. I was not expecting Tally's Ladies to win by knockout. I figured if he's going to win, it'll be more if Francis Carmont tries to use wrestling. Gets a takedown, then somehow Tally's would transition and get a submission win. I figured if Tally's going to win, it'd be like that. But no, Tally's Ladies, he's been working on his boxing. And he won by explosive KO punches, knockout in the second round. Yeah, early on too, only 20 seconds. Then in the co-main event, we had a welterweight clash with Jordan Mein and Mike Quicksand Pyle. And Jordan Mein won by TKO punches. It was round 1, 1 minute and 12 seconds. I was pretty shocked by this too. I was actually picking Pyle to win this due to his experience and just all around good everywhere. I figured, Jordan Mein, he's a top prospect, but today wouldn't be his day. Boy, was I wrong. Yeah, Jordan Mein's the real deal now. I say, yeah, he wants co-main event and main event spots. I say put him on a co-main event again on a fight night, or maybe main event a fight night. I think that totally makes sense. So let's do that. Yeah, Jordan Mein, man, what a beast. And the whole thing with his dad going to jail before his fight, he didn't let it get to him. Yeah, he has good hands. He won by TKO punches. It was, first round, 1 minute and 12 seconds. Mike Powell wasn't able to do much. He caught him early, and that pretty much sums up the fight. So then we move on to the main event, which was a lightweight clash between former UFC lightweight champion Ben Smooth Henderson and Rafael dos Anjos, who's a long-time veteran in the UFC. He's been fighting at lightweight for ages. Yeah, I remember him fighting way back at UFC 91, and we have UFC 177 coming up. That's how long he's been in the UFC. And even before UFC 91, he was, fighting. And yeah, I was not expecting Rafael dos Anjos to win like this. I still think it was an early stoppage, but it's debatable. I could see the rough standpoint, but it's on the fence, with the stoppage. But dos Anjos was winning the fight still. Yeah, so Rafael dos Anjos wins in the first round by KO punches 2 minutes and 31 seconds into the first round. Man, what an explosive, exciting fight though, because I figured Ben Henderson would win this fight by unanimous decision and just wear out dos Anjos like he normally does, because it would be hard to submit dos Anjos. It's hard to knock out, you could knock out dos Anjos, but it'd be hard to submit him because he's a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu for ages now. And Ben Henderson's not known as the knockout powerhouse guy, so I figured he just would outpoint him every round and win a clean unanimous decision. But yeah, dos Anjos came in swinging from the get-go, and he won by KO punches round 1. It was explosive, it was exciting, and I don't mind dos Anjos. He trains at King's MMA. I've met some fighters there. There's some good guys there, and dos Anjos seems like a good guy. So I think that dos Anjos, give him one more big match, he wins that, he gets a title shot. Because he has lost to Khabib Nurmagomedov by a landslide. So that's the only doubt in my mind is, you know, you don't give him a title shot necessarily right now, but 1 or 2 more wins, I could see that. I could see him getting a title shot. So that sums up the post-fight show for UFC Fight Night Henderson versus Dos Anjos. Stay tuned for my next episode, which will be about UFC 177, Brow versus Dillashaw Part 2, the rematch of the ages. And hopefully it's a great day for Tony Ferguson in the co-main event against Danny Castillo. And so I'll see you then. Until then, have a good day.